And here it is, one of the NFL's truly iconic stadiums, and the oldest one still in use. It's Soldier Field in Chicago. Coming up, a highly anticipated contest between the Minnesota Vikings and the Chicago Bears. Leading the Vikings here, head coach Kevin O'Connell. His guys enjoyed a win at home to begin the season, now facing their first road test here. Opposing them, that is Ben Johnson, head coach of the Bears. His guys all still able to start the season with a win, so somebody's going to leave here with a 2-0 record after this one. Kate Scott alongside my partner Brock Heward. Cairo Santos to get this one started. And off we go from Soldier Field. This makes it up to the 25. So here come the Vikings, taking the field for their first drive of the game. At quarterback, former #1 overall pick Kyler Murray, now in his 8th NFL season.
One of the beauties of the quarterback position is it's not cookie cutter. QBs come in all different shapes and sizes. Some are 5'10", some are 6'6". Some are better on the run, some are better in the pocket. For Kyler Murray, and he is at his best when he's playmaking. When his athleticism, that dual threat nature comes to life, that is when he is typically a defense's worst nightmare.
We hurries forward here for a 9-yard gain. Second down coming up. Now you take these types of results as early wins in a game, Brock, both in getting their running back started and getting your guys to start winning that battle up front too.
Moving a man against his will and doing it right from the jump, that often portends to good things offensively.
This is Mason on second down. They stop him just in time. He got back to the line, but denied the yard they needed. Third down coming up.
Well, that's just about textbook defense and how to shut down an RPO. The coverage was tight, the numbers were up, and then the bodies were there to stuff that run before it could get going.
Return to Mason on third down. This one stopped. Play gains about 6 yards. That's going to be a Minnesota first down.
I don't know what it is, Kate, but I love third down runs. I really do. I know the receivers don't always like it because money down, they want the ball, but a third down run for a first down can be so demoralizing to that defense.
First carry here for Aaron Jones. Give him a couple on that carry. Second down coming up.
Sometimes you just feel like in the background of every ho-hum run is a bigger play. Just needed one more component. Hit that extra block a little longer. Find the lane quicker. The defender may be a half step late, and this could have been much, much more exciting.
On second down, Kyler. This is caught by Bartholomew. Ooh, and the stop made awfully close to the marker and to midfield. It's going to be third and short now from the 49.
Choose which team you'll begin your franchise with. The menu on your left lets you adjust your league settings and where you'll start your franchise. In the
You can't win in the NFL without a capable quarterback, and one team has ensured that their high-end starter is going nowhere.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to one of the legendary venues in the sport. Historic Soldier Field in Chicago. Coming up, we've got a good one in store. It's the Minnesota Vikings and the Chicago Bears. On the visitors' sideline for Minnesota, wide receiver Justin Jefferson. He comes in off a 3-touchdown performance in the win a week ago. We welcome you, Mike Tirico, Greg Olson, and that's Cairo Santos to get us started. Off we go from Soldier Field. And he will be stopped at the 25-yard line, so that's where this opening drive of the game will begin. Kyler Murray leads the Vikings out. They picked him up back in March after the #1 overall pick of 2019 spent 7 seasons in Arizona.
This is one of the more interesting signings of the entire offseason. You know, Kyler Murray falls out of favor, a little injury, little performance-based in Arizona. And here you have a Minnesota team that really, since letting Sam Darnold go 2 seasons ago, has really been searching for who is that answer. You know, did they think it was going to be J.J. McCarthy in the draft? That hasn't worked out. So here they go out and they get Kyler Murray, a very unique set of skills, and it's up to Kevin O'Connell to build a system around him.
second down. Murray on the run to the right. That one down the field, but it is incomplete. The intended receiver was Justin Jefferson, and it's going to be third down. From the gun, it's Murray. That one intercepted on the third play of the game. Picked off by Jalen Johnson.
So anytime a team suffers an early setback like that interception, human instinct says, Mike, we need to get away from our game plan. We need to adjust. I don't think that's the case. There's a lot of game left, a lot of chances to avenge that play and still connect downfield on some of these passes. All proven, though, Mike. They've got to identify what went wrong. Let's correct it so we're able to move forward.
Third season for Caleb Williams with the Bears. Greg, the #1 overall pick in 2024, took a huge step forward a season ago.
When they hired Ben Johnson, the entire city of Chicago said, we finally have someone that's going to bring out the best in Caleb Williams. And Mike, that's exactly what happened. That's clearly the best ball of Caleb Williams' young career. That was the talent we saw in college that led him to be the #1 overall draft pick. So they got to just continue to develop him a little bit more as an on-time passer, continue to make him play in the confines of Ben Johnson's system. But I'll tell you what, there aren't many guys in the league that have the playmaking ability at the quarterback position like Caleb Williams.
Throwing on second down, Williams. Caught. This is Ayuk. And they'll pick up the first down, a gain of about 4.
So as the saying in the NFL, Mike, short throw, long catch, and that's exactly what they wanted to go with here. Operate in the quick game, don't stress the protection, and while he didn't get necessarily the big play, he does get enough to move the chains.
And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down. From the 20, here's 2nd and 4. First run of the game here for DeAndre Swift. He's taken down just shy of the 10. It'll be a pickup of 10. First down, Chicago.
Mike, that's a great run from Swift, and he's really found a home in this Chicago offense. He's just a great fit for Ben Johnson and the way he wants to build it. Over 1,000 yards for just the second time in his career a season ago, and just kind of feels like now he's starting to find his prime.
They're going to run. It's the man from Rutgers, Kyle Monunga. Monunga finds his way to the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago Bears.
When you start talking about the qualities of a top-tier back in the NFL, Mike, we all talk about size, speed, the ability to keep your feet, the ability to have balance at contact. But the part we don't talk enough about is patience, understanding the blocking scheme, the timing, when to hit the hole, as much as what hole to hit. And I think you get a great example of what that looks like when it all comes together. He takes advantage of the scheme, and next thing you know, he hits his head on the goalpost.
Now, after that last play, we have an injured Bear on the field. As the athletic training staff looks at him, we'll step away for a moment. So here's Santos after the touchdown. He's out to kick this one off. Here is Bell on the return. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Vikings offense ready to possess the football for the second time. So, Greg, this offense comes on the road here in... Road games are so hard in the NFL, but it's nice to hit the road coming off a win at home.
Yeah, absolutely. And again, it's amazing how winning creates more winning. It kind of has an ability to kind of build on itself. It's a snowball effect. So when you're winning, you're feeling good, everything works. And all of a sudden, you start losing, and you start questioning everything about your approach. So the key in the NFL is win or lose, you're on to the next game. And it's the team's ability to start fresh every single week, regardless of the previous week's outcome. Those are the teams that find themselves in position of the playoffs down the stretch.
On second down, here's Murray. Hit as he throws, and it is incomplete. Just couldn't deliver that one the way he wanted to. Not really sure if there was much there anyways. We do know it'll be third down. Out of the gun, it's Murray. He's got a receiver, it's Addison. 12 yards on that hookup. It'll be a Vikings first down.
It's a really critical conversion here because after not scoring on your opening drive, you just can't afford to follow that up with a 3-and-out. So you find yourself down 7-0. Sustain this drive and at the very least, see if you can come away with some points.
Now they'll pitch it out here. And this is going to be a big loss. He kept retreating, looking for an escape hatch. Found nothing. And they get him down well behind the line.
So much of what makes a toss play so good is it allows you to get the ball on the perimeter of the defense really quickly, and it doesn't stress all of your backside blocking. But on the downside, it does get your running back running east and west. They're running sideways for the first couple steps, and with a defense that can run to the ball, you're able to get you down for a loss.
Just trying to avoid the rush there. He's hit as he threw when the pass is incomplete. Third and a long way to go. From the shotgun, it's Murray. Well, cover of the sideline, and it's intercepted. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
And these are the throws that are really holding the offense back right now, Mike. He just has to make better decisions because you're not going to win many games when you turn the ball over at this rate.
The Bears offense ready to see what they can do on their second possession. So, Greg, the home opener after winning on the road, I know you've said it a bunch, there's a different satisfaction for a team to go on the road and get a win. So it's got to feel good to start your home season at 1-0.
Yeah, I mean, everyone loves to play week one at home. Your fans are into it. The hope and the optimism of the season is at an all-time high, but it doesn't always go that way. So they go on the road and they get a win. So now expectations coming back to your home field, your home crowd. Now everyone's really juiced up. So this is going to be a great environment, a great week 2 opportunity for them to not only start 2-0, but to get to 1-0 at home.
Williams on the RPO, going to get it out to Adgressive. And he won't get away. Good open field tackle there to get him down behind the line. A tough spot here. Third and long. They'll put Loveland in motion. Third and long. Here's Williams. Pressure all around him, and down he goes.
The best thing they did here, Mike, is keep their rush lane integrity. What that means is you have to rush the quarterback as a unit. Keep him in the pocket. Keep him on that X. And when you do, man, he becomes a sit-and duck for this pass rush.
And this is going to work out for him. Out of bounds, and they'll mark it inside the 10. As the Vikings go back out on offense, we take a look at the defensive coordinator trying to stop him. His guys with the first half lead and all going according to plan so far as they look to come up with a stop on this next drive. The drive starts with a carry by Mason. And he's going backwards here. They're going to take him down, back at the 5.
Well, it's been the case this entire first half. It's been the defense that's really carried the load for this team. Some offensive struggles, but they've done more than their part, coming through again with another big stop for a loss.
This pass, right side, going to be caught by Addison. He'll try the sneak. And he's going to be close to that first down. Looks like he made it past the yellow line. Yes, he did. It is indeed a first down.
I don't want to take anything away from the quarterback here, Mike. He did a nice job picking up that first down. But this play is won or lost by the big guys up front. They're the ones who need to get off the snap on time, get leverage on the defender, and create the space needed for the quarterback to pick up the first down.
Now, Murray on the bootleg. Escaping the danger, throwing and completing. On a first down throw. It's a gain of 8. From the 25, here's second and a couple. They're on the toss, and here's Mason. And that is going nowhere in a hurry. Finally taken down well behind the line.
I'd like to see that running back be a little bit more decisive with his cut, Mike. You can see he was a little hesitant, and once you're late making that decision, you just kind of get strong laterally. Great job there by the defense, and he has no choice.
They say summer is the time to live in Chicago. Well, that's extended into autumn as we are ready to roll under blue skies at Soldier Field. Today, after a topsy-turvy opening weekend, it's on to week 2, and we've got a good one here, as it'll be the Minnesota Vikings taking on the Chicago Bears. On the visitor sideline, Vikings head coach Kevin O'Connell. His guys got the season started on a high note, a home victory in the opener. On the other side, the head coach of the Bears, Ben Johnson. His guys also winners in week 1, so a couple of 1-0 teams ready to get after it here. Two teams here, each off to 1-0 starts as this one is underway on EA Sports. Ooh, with a juke. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. So here are the Bears now for their opening drive. And they'll be led out by a guy who has a couple years under his belt in the NFL, their third-year quarterback.
We're seeing it more and more in this league, how teams love to have athletes back there taking the snaps, guys who can throw it and move around and get yardage with their legs if needed. He's one of the best examples that we see out there right now. He can throw for hundreds of yards one week and then run for 100 plus the next. He adds an extra dimension that really confounds defenses when he puts it all together.
Now we're going to get a stoppage. Appears to be an injured Bear on the field. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. Ball at the 33, 2nd and 9. And they'll send the tight end in motion. They'll fake the give. Now Williams. Over the middle, and there's a diving catch. And he'll be touched down at the end, but a big play on that one.
Every coach we ever talk to says to his team before the game, quick start, guys. Let's get out of the gate fast. How about that? They took his lesson to heart, didn't they?
They did exactly that. A nice diving catch here on the game's opening drive. They'll run for the first time with DeAndre Swift. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down. They'll run with last year's 7th-round pick, Kyle Monungai. And this one also slow in developing as he's maybe getting back here to the line of scrimmage, but not much more than that. So here's a 3rd and 14. Looking to throw is Williams. Throwing left sideline there, but it's incomplete.
Yeah, it's still early in the game. No sense taking a chance on 3rd down and forcing one into traffic. So I like the wise play he made there. Get it to the sideline out of bounds where no one's going to have a chance at it.
Wishnowski on to punt as he sends this one away. And this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback. The Vikings led out by their quarterback, Kyler Murray, 2-time Pro Bowler, of course, one of the most exciting dual-threat QBs in the league.
And he was terrific in the opener, threw 3 touchdown passes, and make no mistake about it, he was eager to get right back out and do it again. So I think we'll see him try to test the secondary quite a bit as this game goes on.
They'll run. This is Jordan Mason. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down. You look at this Bears defense. They come into this one ranked number 17, so just starting the bottom half of the league against the pass.
And for all the routes to keep an eye on in this one, they've got to find a way to take away the crossing routes. Those are the ones that when a receiver catches it on the run, those can really hurt a defense.
Buying time to his left. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. It'll go as a loss of 3 on the sack, and it brings up 3rd down. To throw is Murray. Under pressure, they got him again. Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss.
Well, the pass rush has been a real strength of late. They know how to get after the quarterback.
Absolutely. 4 sacks last week. That's their first one here. Anything in particular you've seen from them or on film?
I think that they're winning athletically up front, winning those one-on-one battles, but also when the offensive line wants to keep everyone in and mass protect, they know how to scheme their way back to the quarterback as well.
On is the punter, Hecker, as he gets this one away. 37 yards on the punt with no return. And the Bears take over. As the home team's offense makes their way back out, we show you the defensive coordinator for the visiting team. His guys looking to come up with a stop here in this tie game. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 49. They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. On play action, here's Williams. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
As a coaching staff, you can call just about whatever you want because you understand you have guys who reliably take away those massive shots downfield. You're not as worried about giving up the big one.
They'll run right here with Swift. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. A good pickup, 17 yards and a Bear first down. A CD a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field, but man, his first step is so quick too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed getting to the perimeter and turning upfield, but also when you run those inside runs, he can get into the secondary so fast the linebackers don't have a chance to react.
They run the option here on 1st and 10. And not much running room. Down to the 32. 2 yards the gain on the keeper, and it's 2nd down. This defense for the Vikings, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for him to escape the pocket and run.
Just a gain of a couple there. 3rd and 7 now.
A gain of 2 brings up 3rd and 7.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. To throw, Williams. That is caught. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Luther Burden. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Bears get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Cairo Santos on to try the extra point. And he's got it to make it 7-0 in favor of the Bears. So that drive spanned 5 plays. And the end result is a Bears touchdown. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. And the Vikings taking the field here for their second drive of the game. Now, early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game, but I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice, but at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Now Murray, he bootlegs it. They'll roll him out right. That's complete to Justin Jefferson. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. He'll get 15 and a Vikings first down.
And a nice call and really good execution there because they gave him a little bit of a different launch angle perhaps, you know. You don't want to have the quarterback dropping back 5 to 7 steps on every play and have the defense zero in on it. There you hope that you get your defense going one way. They sent him the other, and they picked up nice yardage with that completion.
Mason going to get it on first down. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. That's going to go as a loss of 6, and it will set him back for 2nd down.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Tough spot looking at 2nd and 16 here after the big loss. Out of the gun, here's Murray. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make 3rd down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big 3rd down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. That's caught by the big tight end, T.J. Hawkinson. And he can only manage to take the football to the 40, and that is well shy of the first down marker. So on 4th down, here's Johnny Hecker to punt it away. We call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And out will come the offense as they take over. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. Charles, these early season in-division games are always interesting because you're still kind of figuring yourself out, but you want to know as much as you can about the opponent, especially when it's a division matchup. So I'm curious to see how the rest of this one plays out.
Yeah, that's a good point because they're still trying to work things out. They don't know everything about their own team, let alone trying to figure out their opponent. But you've got to do both on the fly, don't you? While the game's being played, figure it out both ways and try and find a way to win.
A boost here to start the drive. After the penalty, it's 1st and 5. They run out of the gun with Swift. And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31. The numbers for Swift in last week's ball game: 17 carries, 75 yards.
They put a lot of effort into game playing and establishing this ground game last week, and the reward was a nice day rushing the ball. Helped them put a balanced offense out on the field. And that carry is an indicator that this ground game wants to be established again this week.
He's going to sling this deep downfield.
Well, they had that one sniffed out defensively. That's a tough one to connect on when you got multiple defenders in the area, and it winds up incomplete.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. To throw, it's Williams. And that is incomplete.
I wonder, Brandon, I just wonder, you think maybe he was worried about where he was on the field? Was he far enough? Was he close enough to the first down sticks?
Absolutely. He was right there by him, and I think he was thinking first down before he caught that football.
Yeah, got to catch it first, because if you don't catch it, there's no chance of picking up a first down.
As the visitors head back out, we take a look at the defensive coordinator for the home team. His guys have a first-half lead, all going according to plan so far, as they look to come up with a stop on this next drive. Looking to put a drive together. They'll start with a run by Mason. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Now, you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, second and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
They'll run again with Mason. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks.
First down, Minnesota.
Here's a give to Jones running left. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets them back now for second down.
Plays like we just saw there, that's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job. Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the...
And it's intercepted. Picked up by Kenny Moore. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line.
So this is something we didn't see at all from this offense in the victory last week. That's a turnover. They didn't have any, but giving the ball away here in the opening quarter.
I love the surprise in your voice, because it's exactly what you stated. Didn't see it last week, but it was a key to their win. And it'll be a key to this game as well, protecting the football. Didn't get it done there.
The Bears offense now gets set to head back onto the field.
And they'll have good field position here following the interception, and a chance to build on their lead as they start with a 1st and 10.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll bring a receiver in motion right.
On 1st and 10, it's Swift.
And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early, because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
Right back to Swift again on 2nd down.
And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. And the defense coming through on 3rd down. A loss of 7 to bring up 4th.
Cairo Santos on for the field goal. A 55-yard attempt.
He had the distance, but it's no good. Wide to the right, and this will remain a 1-touchdown game.
Yeah, 55 yards is anything but a gimme. You've got to really concentrate on your leg swing and proper technique. This time, though, he's unable to convert.
Minnesota now ready for their next possession. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. Let's see if they can do better here on this drive.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. They'll get 4 there out of the screen, and it's 2nd down.
Nice job by the defense figuring that play out and holding it to a short game, but I don't think the offense is going to be daunted. They actually accomplished their goal there. Now they've got them aware that they can throw a screen at them. Maybe it'll slow the pass rush down a little bit, and they can throw it downfield.
And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports. The Vikings with the football here to begin the second quarter, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. The Vikings are 1-0 on the year following the win in Week 1, and they were able to take care of business in front of the home crowd last week.
Yeah, it's always nice to get that opener at home, but now things get a little bit tougher. The good thing for them, though, is they take a little extra confidence with them when they head out on the road.
And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. They dial up the corner blitz that time, and it delivers to the tune of a 9-yard loss.
He already did his primary job with an interception earlier, but here he gets a chance to be a pass rusher and takes on the challenge of blitzing and makes another big play. That's something to file away and maybe break out later in this one or in a future game.
Here's Murray. That's caught out right by Jennings. And he can only get this to the 42-yard line, and that is not near enough. So they'll get 8 out of that completion, and it'll be 4th down. So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. This will be spotted just shy of midfield, a 59-yard attempt. And that is no good. And this will stay at a 7-point game.
And this is a commentary on today's kickers and just how good they are that a coach would think about running his guy out there to try a 59-yarder. Here it backfires on him, but as a kicker, you have to appreciate the confidence that they showed in you.
The Chicago offense set to get started. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline, they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, well, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
Off the play fake, it's Williams. That's complete. It's Brandon Ayuk. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
A gain of 8 brings up 3rd and 2.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. In motion goes the tight end. They'll try and run here with Swift. Well, they needed 2. They could only get 1. 4th down.
Well, they picked up a portion of it, but not all that they needed. Now that leads to a decision on 4th and 1. Let's see what they decide to do.
So on 4th down, here's the Australia native Mitch Wishnowski to punt this one away. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. Minnesota's offense takes over possession. And that last drive ended in disappointment. The missed field goal, so some points left on the board there. They'll try to do better as they begin this drive, 1st and 10. Looking to put a drive together. And he'll begin the drive with a give to Jones. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
Nice chunky yards on 1st down. It really opens up your options for what you want to do on 2nd. You go right back to him and hope he explodes, or sucker the defense in before throwing over the top.
Play fake. Murray. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. Third down. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
A gain of 7. And the Vikings first down.
They'll try the right side with Jones. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as no sweat from Montez Sweat that time as he makes that stop look easy. Shotgun now from Murray. This one brought in by Jefferson. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. Up the middle, Jones. And he still is yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on the early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
Throwing now is Murray. Setting up the screen here, Aaron Jones. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. It'll be a loss of 6 yards on the play. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. We'll see where they go for this play call. Obviously tough in this spot, backed up. Now Murray. Complete. Jefferson the target. And to the 49-yard line, but no further. And obviously he is well short of the first. So on now is Johnny Hecker to punt this one away. And he uncorks a beauty. Best of the day. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback. And now the Bears coming out as they get ready. And Charles, a very uninspired effort. The last time we saw them out there was a quick 3 and out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
And he'll be corralled right around the 34. First play of the drive going for 14 and a first down.
Now that's how you start a drive. Not only do you pick up a first down, you do it on a chunk play. Big yardage, and now you put a little bit of a dent in the confidence of the defense.
First down, here's Monungai. And he'll rumble for about 5, close to the 40.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves them with a 3rd and 3.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature and make sure you don't get hurt.
And he will have the Bears first down as they convert on 3rd and 3 with a nice gain of 7 yards. And they're on 3rd and short. They just tried to spread the field. It worked.
And I think that the spreading of the field, the extra receivers, has really become the next in the evolutionary chain in the NFL. Go all the way back in that situation, you're handed to the fullback, right? As we evolved, maybe you pitched it to your tailback. Now you spread the field, and you have your choices of where to throw it and complete.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Vikings will take over here just shy of the 30. So this defense coming up with a takeaway, and maybe that's something that can bring a little life to that sideline.
Well, I don't want to say that they've been sleepwalking through this first half because that's simply not true, but you're right. We haven't seen a lot of fire from these guys, really, on either side of the ball. So maybe that's the catalyst that they needed to get them back into this game.
And now out comes Minnesota. As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession in the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
Quickly to Addison here. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now Murray off play action. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Kyler Gordon picks it off. And the Bears are going to take over at their own 41.
At their own 41-yard line.
Another drive coming up for this Chicago offense. They'll start in excellent field position following the eye. Drive together. Williams will get this out wide to Adunze. Solid move, but he's corralled just beyond the 40.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. From the 42-yard line, here's 2nd and 9. Here's Williams. That's caught left side, Burden. Oh, and now some space to operate. And they do finally get him at the 12. A big play there on the catch and run. 46 yards.
He scored their touchdown earlier, and this had a chance to be another. This secondary scrambling for answers, looking at each other, trying to figure out who is going to put the clamps on this guy, because right now, he's absolutely shredding them.
Working with the lead, trying to get to 2-0. Here's 1st and 10. They will run straight ahead with Swift. And he's able to get it down at the 2-yard line. 47 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
Some good strong running right there. Some power and some explosiveness just about got him into the end zone.
Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Keep in mind they can still get a first down here as they come up on 2nd and inches. They'll stay on the ground with Swift. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage. Back to the 4-yard line. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down. To the air, Williams. Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. Brandon Ayuk, as the first half is winding down. And the Bears will extend their lead here just before halftime. Now the point after try for Santos. And it's good to make it 14-0. 5 plays there on that drive. And it was Brandon Ayuk capping it off with a touchdown reception. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. And the Vikings going to take over here one more time before the half. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. Murray now hitting on 2/3 of his passes, 10 for 15 so far. 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. Going underneath, he's got Hawkinson. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. That's a 12-yard gain now on back-to-back plays.
And a nice job by the two of them to not only connect on the pitch and the catch, but to carry over their practice work to the game field. They saw the adjustment by the defense, made an adjustment themselves, and picked up the first down.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. On the delay, Jones. And he's taken down inside the 30. And with 1 second left, they get the timeout, and they'll have a chance to kick the field goal before intermission. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. And this will be a 45-yard attempt. And his kick here is good. And that will do it for this first half. Halftime coming up. Let's get you down to Orlando and our buddy Scott Hansen with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Brandon, thank you. Our journey through the NFL starts now. At M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore, the Ravens at home to take on the Saints. And this is Zay Flowers. He was a tough man to pin down all game long. This, one of his 2 touchdown catches. The Ravens get the victory, the first in the NFL head coaching career of Jesse Minter. Lastly, let's head to Buffalo. The Bills taking on the Detroit Lions. And this is the MVP from a couple seasons ago, Josh Allen. A touchdown pass here from 23 yards out. The Bills get the win, and they are 1-0 in the new stadium. Lock up the folding tables, people. Celebration time in Western New York. And with that, time to look at what else went down in Week 2 of the NFL's regular season. As for our game, we saw a big-time first half out of the man from Missouri, Luther Burden. His guys looking to get to 2-0 on the young season. Can they get there? To find out, we go back out to our broadcast team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Scott, thank you very much. We are ready to get started here with the second half. Ready for the second half. 14-3 our score as we are back underway on EA Sports. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. And the Vikings offense set to go to work to begin this third quarter. And they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think losing equals passing the ball more, but I'd establish the running game. They kind of went away from it in the first half. I think if they get back in balance, it'll help them when they put the ball back in the air.
A handoff to start the drive to Mason. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
And they'll go again with Mason. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a third down. Here's Murray. And that nearly intercepted. Well, for a guy known for his hands defensively, that's a ball he probably thinks he should have come up with. And instead, it's fourth down. Here's Johnny Hecker now, as he'll punt it away for the fourth time today. This is taken at the 18. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And they will take over first and 10. The Bears offense and running back DeAndre Swift headed back onto the field. And he's had his fair share of troubles in this one, unfortunately. This defensive front has wreaked havoc throughout the contest, and he hasn't been able to create enough space to make something positive happen to this point. Looking to put a drive together. They'll fake the give. Now Williams. That's complete right side to Komet. Only able to gain a couple there. And that will bring up second down.
It's vitally important to wrap him up immediately because if you let that big guy get ahead of steam up, boy, then you've got real trouble trying to get him down.
But they're able to hold him to a short gain on first down. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. 67 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times. Pretty explosive run on that inside handoff, and when you're a runner of his caliber, you don't need a big crease.
You really don't, but also what we're seeing is an offensive line that's taking charge at the point of attack, aren't we? Not only are they controlling the initial contact, they're actually utilizing what they call the strain the next 2 to 3 seconds to continue to move people.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, second and 12.
Sometimes you get all those big guys down there in one spot and there's just nowhere to go. And in this case, the defensive tackle used his strength and swallowed him up.
And they'll send the tight end in motion here. Throwing is Williams. They'll get this into the hands of Ayuk. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 14 yards and a Chicago first down.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short.
Good yardage there on first down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your second down play.
Right back to Swift again on second down. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. Looking to throw is Williams. He's got his target. That's complete. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 17-yard line. The third down conversion is successful. Give him 12 yards that time. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Swift. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
To throw, Williams. That's caught. The tight end Loveland with it. And they'll work this down to the 15 for a pickup of 4.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Williams from the gun on 3rd down. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Roma Dunze, his first touchdown of the new season, as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. Santos now to add the PAT. And it's 21-3. So the drive goes 75 yards, 10 plays. And it culminates in a touchdown for Chicago. Santos out now. He'll kick it away. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Vikings offense and Kyler Murray headed back out onto the field. And it's been a struggle for him all afternoon. This defense has really done a nice job of making him earn everything he gets, and it's prevented him from getting into any kind of rhythm here today. Looking to put a drive together. Murray going to throw. And he coughed it up. And this is picked up by the Bears. Well, if these guys wanted to get back in this game, they needed an almost perfect second half. And down 3 scores, a lost fumble here certainly doesn't fit into that plan.
That reminds me of my plan in college to get an A on the papers I turned in, but that didn't work out too well either. Too many mistakes by both of us. I mean, that's just pure and simple. And that's why that's exactly where they are in this ball game. They're going to need a huge turnaround if they want to try and win this one.
Now Williams. Following the fumble recovery, he'll throw. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. A Chicago first down there on a gain of 11.
And when you have success throwing the football, the old cliche becomes true. The playbook opens up wide, and these screen passes, they become even more difficult to stop.
Play action. Now Williams. A pass complete to Adunze. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a second and just a few inches left.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
First and 10 at the 12-yard line.
From the gun, here's Williams. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line.
A loss of 6.
He couldn't get rid of it. He takes a sack for a loss of 6 to bring up second down. To throw, it's Williams. Over the middle, that's to Loveland, the tight end. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Colston Loveland, an 18-yard touchdown grab. As his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. Now the point after try for Santos. And they open the lead up now to 25 points. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And the end result is a Bears touchdown. Santos out now. He'll kick it away. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. The Vikings head out to take over once again. And this group has suffered far too many self-inflicted wounds thus far as we run through some of the mistakes. It's darn near impossible to win in this league when you're turning the ball over at the frequency that they have. Looking to put a drive together. And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. Throw to the right, hauled in by Addison. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. They'll go for a... And that'll make it second down.
And his play caller does a nice job of giving him an easy throw to start this drive, and he takes advantage of it. The completion sets up a manageable second down.
Throwing is McCarthy. Out route to Jefferson, and he's got it. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a first down. That catch for his career is number 589, so 11 away from 600, but it also right now ties him with Hall of Famer Fred Biletnikoff.
And we remember Fred Biletnikoff well because of the way he went about his business in catching the football. And we're seeing something similar here. Someone who runs precise routes, has excellent hands, and knows how to get the ball to the end zone.
To the right side and intercepted. Kyler Gordon picks it off. And he'll be taken down, although there is a flag down. Will this stand? So the holding call on the offense, so they go ahead and decline that one and take possession of the football on the INT. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. A pitch out to Swift here. He was brought down by Eric Wilson.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
Pass complete to Loveland. He's got room to roam. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Colston Loveland with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Bears get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. Santos now to add the PAT. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. The long touchdown pass gets him 6 on a very, very tidy 2-play drive that time. Santos out now. He'll kick it away. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Vikings offense now heading out to take over. Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
In every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
Middle of the field to Jefferson. And he's going to be taken down. Plus, there's a penalty flag in the backfield. They may get 15 more on top of this. Well, that frustration, Charles, it's been building on the defensive side of the ball, and unfortunately there, it turns into a roughing the passer penalty.
Yeah, and they should be frustrated because he's picked them apart the entire game, but it's got to come out in a different way. You can't hit him illegally. Stop him downfield the way you're supposed to.
So now a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. Now a draw play. This is Jones. And he's got it across midfield and into Bear territory. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. From the 48-yard line, here's a 2nd down and 4. Here's McCarthy. To the right side and complete to Jefferson. And he's got this down to the 35. 7 catches for him now, and this last one, a first down. Well, a lot of ground left to make up, obviously. A lopsided contest, and we're already in the 3rd quarter. Now, they won't get it all back in one play or one drive. That's cliche, but it's true, Charles. If they can just maybe get plays like that and get a little momentum built, they can get the scoreboard a little closer.
And can you add some blinders to the cliche, meaning keep these guys from looking at the scoreboard, because that doesn't help them at all right now. Their focus needs to be on finishing every drive with points and playing mistake-free football from here on out.
And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. That play doomed from the start thanks to the defensive effort of Grady Jarrett.
You got to figure the further they fall behind, the more you think that they'll get away from the run. They're trying to stick with it, but the results, they just aren't there.
So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. Now McCarthy. Setting up the screen here, Aaron Jones. Only a yard there. Snipped out well defensively, and it brings up third.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now at Soldier Field. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. On play action. Now McCarthy. He'll buy some time right. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
A 54-yard attempt.
And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And that will knock this down to still a very large 29-point deficit. Well, in the grand scheme of things, those 3 points likely not going to matter much, but I guess they get a little closer, a little more respectability.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been outplayed all game long, but like my mom used to tell me all the time before I went out, dress up a little bit, son. Make yourself respectable. And that's what they're doing here. They're just dressing up the final score.
The Bears offense and Caleb Williams set to go to work once more. And this defense might be about ready to wave the white flag. Nothing they have tried to throw at him has been that successful. He just processes things so quickly and makes a right read seemingly every time. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate. But we'll see what they decide to do as they come out for this one. But the way that this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
They'll bring the tight end in motion right here. Here's Williams. There's a short one caught by Loveland. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on second down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on third down.
This offense so far on third down, 5 out of 9 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Operating from the gun, Williams. And this play going to be stopped in its tracks at the 32, and obviously well short of the first down. So the completion good for just 3. And that'll bring up 4th down. Here comes the Bears punter now. He's been terrific so far. And now a high kick trying to pin him back. Fair catch signaled for and taken just shy of the 30-yard line. It'll wind up just a 35-yard punt, no return. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. On play action, McCarthy. They're looking for Jefferson, but this is intercepted. It's Devin Bush, the linebacker, who picks it. And he'll take this back down inside the 20. This spot in the fourth quarter with that deficit had to throw the football. Unfortunately, there's the risk of big turnover.
throwing against nickel, dime, all sorts of exotic defenses, but you have to do it anyway. Ordinarily, you might want to run the football a little bit, try and get them out of it. But as you noted, this time of the game, this point on the clock, had to throw it.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Well, they'll take that every time with a lead, first down, fourth quarter, getting 8 yards. You love that.
They will take it, and you have to ask the defensive guys, why did you give it? I mean, you know the situation. You're down, have to stop them, have to get the football back, but 8 yards on first down puts them back on their heels.
Right back to Swift again on second down. And the Bears are going to have a first and goal as he's able to take this inside the 10 to the 8.
That's good for a Bears first down. First and goal at the 8-yard line.
Williams, a give to Monungai. And the stiff arm made it a pretty little run. Not a huge gain, but a nice chunk of yardage. It's a good pickup of 7 yards, and now they're looking at second and goal. Swift. Oh, he's going absolutely nowhere as he is hit behind the line. That second down play nets a -4.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
They'll look to throw for it with Williams. And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears. Brandon Ayuk, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Bears are on their way to a 2-0 start. So add another one into the touchdown column. What a game. That is now 6 touchdown passes for him so far in this one. Now the point after try for Santos. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. They'll stop play here, at least momentarily. A member of the Vikings in some discomfort after that last play. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. And the Vikings now heading onto the field. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Rolling to his right. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down.
You know what I like about that play? He didn't try to do too much on first down. He took what the defense gave him, put together a solid game to bring up second and manageable. Now they have a couple of plays to pick up just a few yards and a new set of downs.
This 2nd and 4. From the shotgun, a give to Jones. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. Going to get a break here for an injury. Aaron Jones is in some discomfort down on the field. Well, hopefully, obviously, nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. Work to do here to avoid falling to 1-1, but this is 1st and 10 right now. To throw, it's Wentz. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. So no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Now Wentz. A dump off for Mason. So back-to-back plays, each get nothing. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11. They couldn't get anything going there out of the right side in the flat of the swing pass.
And didn't we have a discussion with their staff about wanting to get the backs more involved in the passing game? Huge emphasis for this game, but Obviously, the defense had other plans and really made a nice play.
Throwing is Wentz. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Well, I mean, look, obviously there's no 20 or 30-point play in that playbook, but they can try to end things here on a positive note despite trailing big, and that looks like what they're trying to do here by pushing the ball downfield.
Well, let me go with the heavy cliche then, partner. Just control what you can control right now, and all they can control here is how their final plays develop.
Again, it's Wentz. This is intercepted. Kyler Gordon picks it off. And the Bears are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield.
Even the most still get fooled from time to time. He clearly thought
A lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
It's in the game.
EA Sports. It's in the game.
Choose which team you'll begin your franchise with. The menu on your left lets you adjust your league settings and where you'll start your franchise.
You can't win in the NFL without a capable quarterback, and one team has ensured that their high-end starter is going nowhere.
The temperature's outside routinely topping 100 degrees, but we are inside State Farm Stadium in Glendale. And sound of the big red siren brings the Cardinals and their fans to action. Straight ahead, we've got a good one on tap. It's the Seattle Seahawks and the Arizona Cardinals. On the visitor's sideline is Seahawks head coach Mike McDonald. His team fell in their season opener a week ago, now hitting the road, looking for their first win. On the Cardinals side, their head coach, Mike LaFleur. His guys, on the other hand, were winners in their opener a week ago, so they'll try to make it 2-0 to start the season. Settle in. We think we've got a good one. Mike Tirico, Greg Olsen with you. And off we go from Arizona. And he will be stopped at the 25-yard line. So that's where this opening drive of the game will begin. So the Cardinals offense comes out, and they are led by Carson Beck, third-round pick who finished up his college ball at Miami.
Really solid all-around performance last week, Mike, and I think the biggest factor that led to the win is his ability to continue to protect the football. He executed the offense, ran it exactly how they designed all week in practice. Now, it might not have been earth-shattering performance statistically, but they got the win. If he can continue to play that style of ball, it's going to be a tough group to match up with.
Hey, he did a nice job there, sidestepping tacklers on his way to a pickup of 8. And play halted for a moment. We have an injured Seahawk player. Not something you want to see in the opening minute of the game. From the 33, here's 2nd and a couple. They'll keep it on the ground, and here's Love. And he's going to get this one out to the 43-yard line. It's a gain of 10 yards. It's good for a Cardinals first down.
Yeah, a nice run there. And, you know, during the offseason, I think a lot of experts, Mike, they said Jeremiah Love, he might be the best overall player in the draft. And, you know, pretty clear that the Cardinals thought he was, taking him 3rd overall, making him the highest drafted running back since Saquon Barkley.
On the carry, this is Tyler Algier. He'll get this ahead for about 3. Linebacker Ernest Jones ends that play.
46-yard line. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
From the 46-yard line, a 2nd down and 6. Rolling out, back. Looking down the field there, but it falls incomplete.
For an incompletion, but pretty impressive. He was able to push that ball really far downfield as he was being hit. Really says a lot about the arm strength that this quarterback has.
What can they do here on 3rd down and 7? From the gun, here is Beck. Forced out wide. On throw here, right side, falls incomplete. And play halted for a moment. We have an injured Seahawk player. So as they look at the injured player, we'll take a timeout. So on 4th down, it's Blake Gillikin to punt for Arizona. Rashid Shaheed back to return this one. And he overhit that just a bit. Lands beyond the goal line, and that is a touchback. Seahawks are led out by Sam Darnold, year 9 out of USC. Of course, what a ride it was last year after all the stops. Finally reaching the mountaintop and winning Super Bowl 60.
I love watching a player of any position come back after a bad game. I think it really just speaks to their mental toughness and their ability to grind, because the reality is, if you can only play well when things are going your way, you're not going to play very long in the NFL. So I am very interested to see, Mike, what sort of approach does this guy come into today's game with, saying, last week is over, I'm going to remain aggressive, I'm going to put my team on my back and go out there and do whatever I have to do to get a win.
And he's going to take this one all the way. 74 yards. Touchdown, Seattle. What a luxury to have in an offense, a tight end who can take it down the field like that and take it the distance. Shades of Greg Olsen back in the day.
Well, I appreciate that, Mike, but I think it's clear by now that we all know position on offense? It's the tight end. And when you have a guy like this who can not only make those difficult catches underneath, but who can get down the field for these big plays, man, you got yourself a weapon.
7-0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. Here comes a return from the 3. Across the 20, they'll mark him down before the 25-yard line. That's where the offense will take over. The Cards offense ready to see the football for the second time. So, Greg, the home opener after winning on the road, I know you've said it a bunch, there's a different satisfaction for a team to go on the road and get a win. So it's got to feel good to start your home season at 1-0.
Yeah, I mean, everyone loves to play week 1 at home. Your fans are into it. The hope and the optimism of the season is at an all-time high, but it doesn't always go that way. So they go on the...
Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him. DeMarcus Lawrence. He gets in to drop him for his first sack of the young season. Come to the line, got some work to do now. It is 2nd and long. Here's Beck. He'll try and set up the screen to Love. He'll get about 6 before he's taken down.
Let's give a lot of credit to him, Mike, for standing tough in the pocket. He knows he's about to take a big hit with the defense bringing pressure, but they weren't able to get there in time and prevent that completion.
3rd and 11. Out of the gun, Beck. He's got his tight end, that's McTry. That throw right on the money for the former Miami quarterback, and it's a first down.
It's a really critical conversion here because after not scoring on your opening drive, you just can't afford to follow that up with a 3 and out. So you find yourself down 7-0. Sustain this drive and at the very least, see if you can come away with some points.
So 1st and 10 here now at the 38. They'll run the draw. Here's Love. And that'll be good for about a half dozen. It'll set up 2nd down.
The tackle made at the 44-yard line. It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
A shotgun snap for Beck. To the outside, complete. It's Wilson. And it'll be a short pickup. That's not enough for the first down.
So he makes his first catch of the day, and even though it doesn't look like much, Mike, sometimes those are the touches that you can build off of. You know, it's like in basketball, what they say, sometimes you just need to see the ball go through the hoop.
Here's 3rd down and a few inches. He'll try to pick it up with Love. Oh, the defense meets him in the backfield. They stopped him dead in his tracks and set up 4th down.
This is one of those down and distances where the offense really could either run or pass, but give credit to the defense. They sold out to stop the run, and boy, were they right. They take them down for a loss.
They're going to go. It's Beck. That is incomplete. Oh, they elected to throw on 4th and short. It does not work out. They turn it over on down.
And that is just a bad time for a mental mistake. You have to secure that ball before you worry about turning upfield. You know it's 4th down. You know where the marker is. You've got to make that catch and keep this drive alive.
The Seahawks offense ready on their second possession. Greg, it's one of those weird feelings you build all year for the opener, and you play a tight game and lose. It kind of changes the feeling coming into this week a little bit.
Yeah, it certainly does, and if you're not careful, what's that cardinal rule? You don't want one loss to turn into two, one bad play to turn into two. The best teams in this league, they have an uncanny ability that regardless, good or bad, blowout or close one from the previous week before, it doesn't lead into the next week's work and ultimately the next week's game. So we'll find out, were they able to learn from the good? And there certainly was a lot of it. But can they move forward today and not let the disappointment of last week trickle into today?
And he'll be hauled down at about the 35-yard line. First catch by JSN. It is a first down.
And the Seahawks first down.
Now they'll pitch it out here. And the D closes quickly. He stopped after a gain of a yard. Jordan Burch that time to make the tackle.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
This will be 2nd and 9. In motion is Barner. From the shotgun, here's Darnold. I had a defender draped all over him, incomplete. Good work to body him up and set up a third down.
They nearly connected on the big play downfield, but he's not quite able to hold on to that ball through the contact. You can chalk that one up as a win defensively.
Throwing on third down is Darnold. Down the field, but it falls incomplete.
And this passing game continues to come up short these last couple plays. That's 2 consecutive incompletions in a row. Now they're staring fourth down right in the face.
Myers for the Seahawks field goal.
Myers' kick is good. And the Seahawks will extend to a 10-0 lead.
And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
On the return, it's Devin Duvernay. And he'll be out of bounds on the return. And the drive will begin there. Out comes the Arizona offense. They get ready for their next possession. Been a bit of a shaky start so far. A punt followed by the turnover on downs last time they had it. Trying to turn things around here on drive number 3. A first down throw for Beck. This one batted away. It's incomplete. Couldn't connect with Trey McBride, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
If you want to be a top-notch NFL DB, of course, yes, the athleticism is a given. But it's really, you have to be instinctive. The instincts are what allow you to maximize those physical skills, and you saw them on full display right here, leading in the big-time breakup.
Now, Love. Oh, what an effort from the defense. They forced their way in there, get the stop, and a loss of about 2 yards.
A 2-yard loss.
And play halted for a moment. We have an injured Seahawk player. It is 3rd and long. To throw is Beck. Rush comes, they're setting up the screen. And this sequence, not one to build on. Going to lose yardage on the 3rd down, and quickly it brings up 4th down. On now the punt team, and this one's on its way. A fair catch. He's going to call it and take it right around his own 30-yard line. Out comes the Seattle offense as they get ready for their next possession. Greg, they say flush a game after you lose, right? But when you built up all year for the opener and you get blown out, is it even harder to flush for players?
Well, certainly that's the question, Mike, and regardless of how much the coach stands up there and you try to say, hey, it's a new week, we've got to move forward, and certainly that's the case in the NFL. If you let bad losses linger, you're going to find yourself in a bigger hole. So the problem is when you spend all week and you spend all season saying, okay, this is week 1, we're going to get off to a great start, and you lay an egg and you're non-competitive, The last thing you want in the NFL, Mike, is for doubt to set in. So we're going to find out pretty quickly here in this one. Was last week just 1 out of 17, and they're going to move on, or is this going to be signs of things to come as the rest of this season unfolds?
They'll go again here with Charbonnet. Open space to the 35. And he's going to be out of bounds down inside the 25-yard line.
26 yards.
That one good for 26 yards. This drive started to take some nice shape. Another 1st and 10 here. Working out of the gun, it's Darnold. For the middle, it's cut. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5.
Second and 5 at the 17-yard line.
Here's Charbonnet. Wow, look up, see defender all over him. Stopped him behind the line of scrimmage.
He sniffed that one out from the jump. I mean, once he diagnosed and knew where the ball was going, he got there in a hurry, and he put an end to that play really before it ever got started.
Operating from the gun, it's Darnold. This one broken up. It's incomplete. Good job separating the receiver from the ball, and it is 4th down.
Sometimes it's those footsteps. I don't care how long you've been playing or at what level you've been playing at. That defender's bearing down. You really get a good idea of what guys are willing to go through contact to secure a catch, and in this case, what guys are unwilling. So anytime an offense comes off the field after settling for 3, you always have to take the good with the bad. In order to get down there in field goal range, you had to do something positive to move the ball. But at the same time, how are we going to be able to finish these drives and convert for 6 the next time we get down there?
He'll work his way across the 25-yard line.
First and 10.
The Cardinals offense starting to trot out for this next possession. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, here's Beck. Open man is Marvin Harrison Jr. And he's going to be taken down at the 37.
Gain of 11.
And play halted for a moment. We have an injured Seahawk player. And as the medical staff looks him over, we'll step aside. Line of scrimmage is the 37-yard line for 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Love. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it.
No gain on the play.
1 quarter in the books. It's the Seahawks with the early lead. Greg and I back here in Glendale after this. Second quarter starts. Cardinals in possession of the football. They've got it with a 2nd down and 10. Throwing is Beck. Rolling right. He runs with it. And he's going to be brought down short for the 1st down by a couple of yards. So we'll have 3rd and short coming up.
Initially, Mike, a really good job by the defense. Nowhere to go with the ball for this quarterback. He's forced to pull it down and turn into a runner. Little slow reaction, and he's able to actually pick up a pretty good gain.
Here's a 3rd down and 4. Run up the middle, it's Love, and he's got it. Good work there to take it to the 47 and set up 1st down.
Great time to call up the draw. I mean, think about it. Like, it's 3rd down, medium. Everyone's thinking this is 3rd and pass. What are those defensive linemen doing? They are rushing the passer. Really nice change of pace here by the offensive play caller and picks up a nice first down.
They'll go again with Love, and a very elusive run there. He winds up gaining about 9 yards.
So this team finds themselves now in a little bit of a tricky situation here, Mike. If they don't find a way to start sustaining some of these drives and come away with points, all of a sudden you're trailing by double digits in the second half. You become very one-dimensional, you become very pass-heavy, and that's certainly not how any team in the NFL wants to play.
Off play action, it's back. He'll be hit as he throws this time, and it's going to fall incomplete. And he might be fortunate just to avoid the sack, and it'll set up a third down.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming, and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
He'll try to pick it up with the sneak. And he's going to be close to that first down. Looks like he made it past the yellow line. Yes, he did. It is indeed a first down.
When done correctly, Mike, this is just such a high percentage call. It's kind of hard to choose another play off your call sheet. It's impossible to defend. You can know it's coming, stack the box, whatever you want to do. But most of the time, they'll just drive forward and pick up the first down.
Good play calling rhythm. Drive continues. Another 1st and 10. Now, Beck. That's over the middle, but it's incomplete. Marvin Harrison Jr., the intended target. Lead to a second down.
Up until that incompletion, they've done a really nice job on this drive, Mike, picking up fresh sets of downs. And typically, throwing the ball on first down is a great way to do it. But now they find themselves in 2nd and 10. Do you keep it in the air and try to get the first down here? Or is the idea to just make 3rd down manageable and take your chances picking up the key 3rd down?
And this is going to be a big loss. He kept retreating, looking for an escape hatch. Found nothing, and they get him down well behind the line.
The best defenders can just sense when a screen is coming. They can. Of the offensive lineman's pass set. They can tell on the drop of the quarterback. It just doesn't look right. It's exactly the case here. Great job getting to the back and taking him down for a loss.
3rd and a long way to go. Looking to throw is Beck. And the throw on 3rd down going to be incomplete.
I think he predetermined that 3rd down throw, and even though the coverage was tight, he still tried to fit the ball in there anyway, and it ended up falling incomplete. I think if he goes through his progressions and has a little bit more trust in his protection, I think there's an easier throw to make out there.
This one angles out of bounds, and the mark comes inside the 15-yard line. The Seahawks offense getting set to get back to work. Well, after a great week 1 and the opener of Buffalo's new stadium to kick off week 2, we have to look ahead to tonight. Chiefs and Colts at Arrowhead Stadium, 8:20 Eastern time. Then really good matchup tomorrow, Monday night in prime time. Buzzworthy teams in the offseason. The Rams already opened in Australia. The Giants open with the Cowboys. Now those two teams will meet at SoFi in Inglewood. Throwing, Darnold. There's a short one taken in by Barner. And they'll get about 8 out of that one, but still a little work to do now on 3rd down.
It's a gain of 8, and it brings up 3rd down.
Darnold now to throw. It's complete. He's got Huck. And great determination as he gets forward and picks up the first down.
I can't tell you, Mike, how many of these offensive skill players around the league, they look at man coverage as like a personal offense. After that last completion on the way back to the hole, I think he had a few choice words for him, and he said, hey, man, you can't guard me one-on-one. You better ask your coach for some help, because if he doesn't, you're going to be in for a long day.
From the 32-yard line now, here's 2nd and a yard. Here's the rookie out of Notre Dame, Jadarian Price. And he's going to be taken down right at midfield. They get 18 on that one. First down, Seattle.
Yeah, and a nice run here by Price. And I think there was a lot of concerns, Mike. How are the Seahawks going to replace last year's Super Bowl MVP, Kenneth Walker? He moved on in free agency to the Chiefs. But, you know, that's what great teams do. They find the next guy up. And I'll tell you, you talk to people around this building, they think this young back can be special.
And he is stopped in his tracks. Loss of a couple on the play.
There hasn't been a whole lot for this crowd to be excited about on either side of the ball, but at least now the defense is trying to be that spark. Nice tackle for loss there. Can they do something to build upon to try to get this team going?
And that one taken in with one hand. He'll get about 6 before he's taken down. Here comes 3rd and 6. Darnold to throw. And this one incomplete. On 3rd down, they cannot connect.
We're starting to see a lot of this on 3rd down, Mike, where they're going to rely on the run after catch to pick up these 3rd down conversions. You know what that depends on? You have to actually complete the ball, and in this case, it falls incomplete, brings up 4th down.
The Cardinals offense back onto the field for their next possession. They'll do so with 1st and 10. On the ground, here is Love to begin this drive. It's a gain of 10. That's enough for a quick 1st down.
Well, really nice start here to the drive. Early down success. Every offensive coordinator is trying to find ways. How do we pick up 1st downs without having to get to 3rd down? We see it here. Big explosive run. Now the rest of the drive unfolds.
Ball out to the 35-yard line as they come up for 1st and 10. Now it's back. 1st down throw there is incomplete.
And that sideline just cannot believe their guy did not come down with that play. I mean, that's as easy as it gets. I frankly don't blame him. I mean, that's a play at this level you just have to make. Your teammates are dependent on it.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Once more, it's back. Over the middle, it's intercepted. It's the safety, Julian Love.
For these young rookie quarterbacks, every snap in the NFL is an opportunity to have a lesson learned, and sometimes the lesson than others. In this case, they kind of fool them with their blitz package. It's a little bit more complex at the NFL level than it is necessarily in college, and I think he just got a first-hand taste of just how fast this pressure can get on you. And sometimes when it speeds up that clock, you can make a bad throw.
Open man, the tight end, straight down the field. And he'll be taken down, but they are in business inside the 30-yard line.
1st down, Seattle.
Off the play fake, it's Darnold. Throw over the middle, and they can't connect. It's incomplete.
Throughout this entire game, we've really seen this quarterback operate very efficiently, not only being able to spread the ball to multiple playmakers, Mike, but really complete a high percentage of his passes. So can't let that last incomplete break what's been a really nice rhythm so far.
He's going to be marked down at the 12-yard line. It's a pickup of 13 yards. It's good for a Seahawks first down. They'll run it out of the gun with Charbonnet. Not much happening there, just a short gain.
Wilson on the tackle. 1-yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 9. At the 11.
Here's a 2nd and 9. To throw is Darnold. Outright Smith and Jigba has it. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up 3rd down.
All right, so anytime you're facing the blitz, the best thing you can do as an offense is just get the ball out of your hand. Get into the hands of receiver, run after catch. In this case,
and he's in. Torrey Horton. Touchdown, Seahawks. That his first touchdown of the new year. Now the point after try for Myers. It's up and through. And the Seahawks add on one more as they extend their 2nd quarter lead. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. The return starts from the 5. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Cardinals offense ready to get back at it. They'll try to get this a bit more respectable before the break. It has not been their half to this point. Let's see what they do on this drive. First down now. Throwing back. They'll try and set up the screen to Love. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 33-yard line.
They'll run first carry of the game for Trey Benson. And he's going to get first down, taking this one up past the 40-yard line.
9 yards.
so Mike, you know by now my philosophy on 3rd down. If it was up to me, I don't even want to be in 3rd down. I want to get all of my conversions on 1st and 2nd down and be able to stay in those neutral down situations. So it's exactly what they do here. They lean on the ground game and pick up a fresh set of downs.
This one high, over the middle, but complete. And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
15 yards.
Trying to start this long road back. They've got a first down here.
1st and 10.
2 minutes remain here in this first half. We'll have more from Glendale after this. Good start to this drive so far. Another 1st and 10. Here's a handoff to Love. And he finds a little bit of space. He'll take this forward for a gain of 4.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 on the Seahawks 39-yard line.
To throw it here on 2nd down is Beck. He'll find Love out of the backfield. And they'll whistle him down, but not before he picks up a first down after a gain of 7.
If you want to play running back in today's modern NFL, Mike, you have to be able to be a viable weapon in the passing game. It's all about touches. It's not just about handoffs anymore. It's how many different ways can we get the ball in your hands.
A hit as he throws there. It's going to wind up. Got to him that time, and it'll set up 2nd down.
You know, it's hard to speculate, Mike. We sit up here and we try to just interpret and assume what's going on in the minds of the players and the minds of the coaches, but they seem to me to be a little bit rattled. All these negative plays have really started to pile up in the first half. He's got to settle down, have some more efficiency on these early downs, and get his offense into some sort of rhythm. So I like the aggressiveness of the call, but as the rest of the game unfolds, Mike, there needs to be better overall execution. A little bit cleaner. Next thing you know, they're going to hit some of those big shots.
Arizona will take its first timeout. Clock will stop. Talk things over before third down. Back again. They'll try to set up the screen here. That one way too slow in developing. They rally to the ball, they get the man, and it's no gain.
It's fourth down.
So, on fourth down, out comes Chad Ryland for the Arizona field goal. This one. Ryland's kick is good. And the Cardinals are on the board just before halftime.
And when you find yourself down double digits, you don't want to make habit of settling for these field goals. It does allow them to chip away a little bit and cut into this deficit, but they've got to find a way to score touchdowns.
And he'll bring it out to the 22-yard line. That's where the offense will take the field. The Seahawks offense going to take over here in the final minute of this first half. The lead is 17 as they try to maybe pull away in this one. It is first and 10. Over the middle, that's the tight end, Barner. And he'll be brought down up past the 35-yard line. Timeout Seahawks. That is their second as the clock stops with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. They'll run with Charbonnet. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45. Now Seattle will use the final timeout. They stop it here with just under 40 seconds until halftime. To throw on first down is Darnold. Shaheed with the catch. And he's out of bounds inside the 45-yard line. Now another first and 10.
First down.
Darnold. Smith and Jigba left side. He's got it. And he's going to be out of bounds down at the 30. Offense rolling right along on this drive. Another first and 10. He finds Huck along the out route. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up second and 5. He'll get up and clock it here, and they're set up to possibly get 3 before the break. So they send out Jason Myers for this field goal. This will be from 42 yards out. 3 for 3 in the game, as this one is also good. And the Seahawks will tack on 3 more, extending the lead here late in the first half. And no return here. This is a touchback.
Devin Duvernay on the return. The Cardinals take over first and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
From the 35, it's first and 10. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he'll be taken down as time runs out, and we've come to the end of the first half of play. So, halftime, straight ahead. We'll send it to Scott Hansen, who has the EA Sports halftime report.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. Week 1 was full of surprises, full of intrigue, and a lot of firsts for the young players. What will Week 2 bring? Let's dive in. And this is Jordan Mason. He's going to find a seam and take it in, 9 yards on the score. The Vikings do, however, wind up falling in this one. From there, let's move on to another compelling early season matchup. And this is Zay Flowers. One of his 2 touchdown catches in the game coming right here. The Ravens get the victory, the first in the NFL head coaching career of Jesse Minter. Lastly, let's get a look who's getting a hot start to the year. It's our impact player from week 2, and it's this man. And this is the runner-up for MVP from a season ago, Drake May. On target with that one, he had 3 touchdown passes on the afternoon. The Pats are off to a good start, 2-0 on the young season. We'll give you a look now at the remainder of the games in progress in the early window and what's still to come here in Week 2 of the National Football League regular season. In the game you're watching, we saw a fine first half played by this man, the young tight end. His guys looking for that first win of the year. Can they get it? To find out, let's rejoin our broadcast team, Kate Scott and Brock Hewer.
All right, Scott, thank you very much. Welcome back, everyone, for quarter